Good evening from Hopalong Hollow. This is Jeri. And tonight, inside this old house, I want to show you an even older house that is placed right inside this one, which appears to be a 16th century manor house. At least that's what it's meant to be. This is Trimble Manor, and this is home to Pippity Trimble, a plucky and stout little brown mouse that is the new character in a series of books I'm working on, which is called Pippity Trimble Tales. I created this house because it's going to be as much a character in the books as she is. It took me about 2 months to create this house, and what I started with was a bare bones dollhouse kit. I put the kit together, and everything else had pretty much changed to accommodate what I wanted for the book. I mostly wanted to get this house finished to the point where I could start using it as a model to do the illustrations, because I couldn't start the illustrations until this was done, and then I would actually have something to look at. But also I used acorn caps for another one of the roofs, and what I really wanted were chimney pots. And to make those chimney pots, I started out with toilet paper rolls and wooden egg cups. It really was fun to make this, but it really had to be just right for Pippity Trimble, because she's going to have at least 6 stories, and her house really is important to her stories, especially book 2 in the series. As I was building this house, I documented it on my blog so that I was actually showing the readers how I did every step: the windows, the plaster, the roofing. For those interested in this sort of thing, you can still go back there and look at that. And as I said, I wanted to get the entire outside of the house finished so that I could start illustrating it in the book. But I didn't do any of the inside rooms at that time. In fact, I had one room, which is a little pantry, and that was in the book. So I drew the pantry, and I just imagined the pantry in the book before I ever made the pantry inside the house. It's the only room that I actually did finish inside the manor, and it was finished after the illustration was done. So let me show you that little room. So step inside Pippity's pantry, which is pretty jam-packed with multitudes of items. Wow, if I had a stocked pantry like this, I would be absolutely thrilled. This is enough to keep a little mouse in chow and grub for a very long winter. Now, because I did the illustrations before I actually built this room inside the house, I had to really hustle up trying to find some of these items, or I had to make them myself. Like all the cupboards, I was able to find cupboards that were similar, but I had to rework them so that they actually fit the cupboards in the illustrations. It really was fun. And like I said, this is the only room that's actually completed. But I'm going to finish the whole thing as I do the illustrations in the book, because the next room I have to have finished. I have to finish this attic because it's got a lot to do with the next story, and the kitchen also. Down here I haven't done anything to, except for, you can see a few various pieces of furniture in there. Anyway, this is really fun. A good project for the winter when you can't get outside and garden. But instead of putting this on my blog this time, I think I'm just going to videotape as I go along. So, I hope this might be something you're interested in. If not, no problem. I'm still doing garden videos all throughout the year.